talk to us about where negotiations stand right now. Obviously, there have been a number of sticking points. We thought they might have had a deal by the end of today. That has not yet happened.
Not yet, not yet. Although the Senate is planning to meet Tuesday for a potential vote on it. That vote has been scheduled. We will see what happens. But yes, as you mentioned, we do have some sticking points left. Sticking points about whether states and localities are going to be getting enough funding. Sticking points over who's going to be overseeing virus testing. Some of the big numbers are there. They have made progress since last week, but they're not quite there yet.
What does this mean for the small businesses who are clamoring for this money? I mean, we were listening there to the issues surrounding Shake Shack, which got a loan and then returned a loan. We're looking at potentially $300 billion more, but that can go pretty fast as well.
Sure, and there has definitely been discussion about how to make sure that it's not just the large businesses that are getting the loans, that it's small businesses getting the loans, that it's perhaps businesses that are a bit more in need getting the loans. That has definitely been a part of discussions on Capitol Hill. But I think the big thing that a lot of these lawmakers are focused on is that PPP funding, it has run out, and they want to get that back for small businesses. That's an urgency on both sides right now.
What is your expectation of how the Senate and the House will vote on this?
So for the Senate, they could potentially pass this via a mechanism known as unanimous consent. That means that senators don't have to all get back to D.C., that they can just pass it very quickly, very smoothly on Tuesday, but all 100 senators have to agree. But the Senate has done something like this before. It's possible. For the House lawmakers were alerted over the weekend by Majority Leader Steny Hoyer that they might have to be back in D.C. at some point this week. Last time we saw lawmakers travel through the night from places as far away as Michigan to get to D.C. to physically be present because they will potentially need a quorum. In the past, members have tried to block the House from taking votes on the last coronavirus stimulus package, and a quorum was needed. So members are on notice, but at this point, everyone's just waiting to see if a deal will be announced.
All right, so we've got the $300 billion for small businesses, another $25 billion for virus testing. What's the rest up to that potentially $500 billion?
Sure. So we have $75 billion that Democrats asked for hospitals. Remember, that was a big sticking point last week where Republicans wanted to move with just the small business funding. Democrats said, hold up a minute. That funding also will potentially have a significant portion aimed at rural hospitals, $25 billion for virus testing. We're also going to have a potential $5 billion to $6 billion going to an economic injury disaster loan program, and that could provide as much as $10,000 for individual businesses.